This is me, the Dove Lady, talking to you again from a new location. I am now in Oregon, and I've got my computer set up, and I'm showing right now a slideshow of some of the orb pictures I've taken. And I'm in a place where I'm really in the woods. There's big tall trees all around, and it's a mobile home made over into actually a house, you might say. Rooms have been added to it, and I like it. I like it real well. Just alone in the woods. I mean woods, tall, tall cedar trees and other kinds of trees. And there's a big plum tree in my yard that I've been eating plums from. And I'm just loving it here. I've got a lot of time to be alone and quiet and to think and to express myself more fully. I'm going to make these a little bigger now so you can see these. These are gorgeous orbs. And I know it's not some easily explained phenomena like the message that came to me said. People will write it off as something easily explained. You know, it's something marbles do, or it's something inside the glass. Because I use a piece of glass to get a shine off of in order to get these pictures. I take a picture of the shiny spot on that is reflected off of the glass. But it doesn't have to be glass. It can be a piece of plastic that light shines on, or a piece of steel, or porcelain, or any number of things. And the whole reason I know it's not for sure is because I see it with the naked eye. A lot of what you see in these orbs I already see, but I couldn't really talk about it to anyone because I didn't have pictures. And it's just like you're listening to some crazy lady that says she sees all this stuff and that other people don't see. But I'm learning. Don't worry about being called crazy. Crazy's the new normal, really. It is. We kind of live in a topsy-turvy world where you almost have to be weird to get along. And, well, maybe that's not the best way to say it. But I'm here where I have friends that think a little bit more like how I think, so I'm real excited about that. And I do like being alone a lot, even though sometimes I could use some company, just someone to talk to. But that's all right because I'll make videos and I'll talk to everybody who watches the video. Isn't that miraculous what light can look like? Look at these. It looks like a fan. It can look like ripples of water. And I know this light is intelligent because I've already gotten one communication, actually two communications from it that were in written form. And I've read one of them to you. And I love this light. I have the feeling that it's going to show me more and more and more. That one shows a little ring that, a little round circle that came in several of the orbs that very same day. But I don't have that picture with the others that show that. This is just a bunch of pictures from different years and all, showing all the color that is in these orbs. It's magnificent, the color. And there's Harry, my little light friend. He's a creature. I think he's a light creature. But what he is, I don't know. There's that ring again that came in that day. And there it is again. It just kept showing up in all the orbs. I never got that but one time, that kind of picture right there of light. This is a very repeatable, science always wants their demonstrations to be something you can repeat. Well, I can get many, many repeats of this light, but I can't order it to do a certain way. Like, I can't say, will you fan out and let me see you fanning out, or any particular color or whatever. It's whatever it wants to be. It's because light is intelligent. And we need to recognize that. See that one there? It just twisted right in the middle like a pretzel. And the colors, oh, they're so magnificent. I still take pictures of this light. And I hope to get outdoors more now that I'm in a beautiful place. And maybe I will do that just today. Get out there and get some sunlight orbs with the sun as my source. Most of these pictures, the source light is a LED light. But I get the very same kind of orbs that I get with the sunlight. Sometimes I just look at the light and I don't take pictures. And I see it just expanded in front of me like, well, I don't know how to say it, but it's almost like I'm looking into another kind of realm, a realm of light. I could almost feel the light. I put my hands out into what I'm seeing, and to see if my hand feels any kind of pressure, because I've always wanted to feel energy. And I've noticed that a lot of my friends, they feel energy. They can put their hand right close to an amethyst or some beautiful crystal and feel the energy coming off of it. And I've always thought, I want to do that. I want that to happen to me. But we have various gifts, and I guess I don't feel energy as much as I see it. I see it as all these colors and all these orbs are showing me it. So maybe someday I will feel it as well. And if I do, I'll let you know. I'll tell everything that happens to me. I'm kind of missing Texas, but I don't miss the hot weather. It's pretty cool here in Oregon. They don't have hot weather in the summer like we do in Texas. Even some nights, I've had to put cover over me, and even late in the evening, I had to put a jacket on. In the summer, in the month of August. And this is August the 1st. My birthday's on the 4th. And I will be 73 years old. I should say 73 years young, because I'm going to get younger instead of older. I've decided I'm going to reverse the physical part of it. The years can count up, I don't care, but I need to get a younger body. And that is my plan. Laugh if you want to, but it should be everybody's plan to grow younger and not older. That's a picture right there of an atom. I see those all the time in these orb pictures, all these little circles with concentric circles around them. To me, I'm looking at a series of atoms in these orbs. And all this color they're surrounded by, it's just amazing. I want to have a studio someday or an art gallery with pictures of these various beautiful orbs of light all around, because this is an artist. This is the light being the artist and showing us things that are in light. That one looks kind of like moss, doesn't it? I keep getting a reflection. Let me move the camera a little better. Anyway, I haven't made a video in quite a while. And I don't know if this one is going to take or not because I'm in the country and my cell phone does not work. But I think I have it fixed where it picks up the Wi-Fi and I will be able to get this video, which I'm making on my cell phone, to go onto my YouTube channel. I sure hope it works. I'll find out today because I'm going to post this as soon as it's done, as soon as I get through talking here. See all the, let me freeze that. Let me go back to that one and freeze it. You see all those atoms? Oh, it didn't freeze. You did not do what I said. Okay, there you go. And there it keeps going back. You'd think I'd learn how to handle my computer, but I don't. So, this is the Dove Lady. I just wanted to holler at everybody, tell them I made my move to Oregon. It was a fantastic move. We didn't quite raise enough money to do it in the style we wanted to do it with an RV, a recreational vehicle. So we got this tent, and it's an easy up tent, and several nights we spent in campsites. One campsite we were in had these big tarantulas that were running all over the place. And then we went to Carlsbad Caverns, and I walked around in the Carlsbad Cavern. Pretty much for myself, I've been having trouble with walking. But I walked several miles that day, and some of it uphill. But Carlsbad Cavern is really easy now because you go in at your own pace. You're not on a tour unless you want to take a tour. It's just you can go at your own pace wherever you want to go in there. And of course you follow the path. I took a lot of pictures, and we got to this one point where you could go a lot further, but you'll come back to this one spot which was a crossover. And I stayed there while they took the longer route, and then they came back to where I was because I was getting a little tired. And I saw plenty of the beauty of Carlsbad Cavern. It's been a long time since I was there as a kid. I remember going as a kid. And I remember stopping by the bottomless pit. I think that's what they called it. And they turned the lights off. And it was so black you couldn't see anything. Anyway, it's still a beautiful place to go. And we did several other things. We saw what looked like Stonehenge. It was a replica of Stonehenge. And we spent one night in the tent with not enough cover, and it was cold, and we were freezing all night. We didn't hardly sleep at all. But we all got to suffer together, and there's something about doing that, suffering together as a group that's bonding. I mean, we look back on it now and laugh, but at the time it was kind of, like, oh, I'm cold. At a time when there's a heat wave going across the world right now, we were freezing. So I call the three women that flew to Texas on an airplane to take me back to Oregon in my van, pull in a U-Haul trailer. And we took about 10 days getting here. That's like, we went about 2,900 miles altogether. And the van held up except for we had a blowout, and I had to get 2 new tires on the way. But we had a good time. It was a rough time, though, for an old person like me. But the young women, they sat up at night singing songs and enjoying themselves immensely. We stopped and visited a lot of people they knew. A couple of people they knew. Anyway, it was very fun. But I'm here now, And I got lots of time on my hands. And I have yet to explore a whole lot of the city of Myrtle Point, Oregon. I hear the ocean is somewhere nearby, and I've got to check that out. Anyway, this is the Dove Lady. I'm going to end this now. Talk to you again, and bye-bye for now.